Warning, this episode may or may not contain a Tim Cook impression. Sometimes it happens organically, but we make no promises that one will occur. Viewer discretion is advised.
That was a great opportunity for a Tim Cook impression.
Buy your mom an impression. At their It's Glow Time event this morning, Apple unveiled the iPhone 16 lineup, new AirPods, and a new Apple Watch, along with old AirPods and an old Apple Watch that you might have thought was new if you aren't terminally online. Thankfully, we are. So here's the lowdown. Apple kind of flattened out the iPhone lineup this time around, bringing the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus 2 chip generations up from the A16 Bionic to the A18, which means these new non-Pro iPhones will have Apple Intelligence in beta in the US next month. A lot of that kind of tomorrow energy going on at this event, but we'll get into that. The non-Pro iPhone 16s start at $800 and now have the customizable action button introduced with last year's 15 Pros, as well as an all-new camera control clickable slider button that's also on the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro Max. It not only serves as a proper shutter button when taking photos in landscape mode, it can be lightly pressed to bring up additional UIs for fine focusing or changing modes by sliding your finger, kind of like you would do with physical knobs on a dedicated camera, evoking memories of the iPod click wheel and Apple's history of brilliantly emulating familiar hardware on new tech. Sorry, that sounded sarcastic, but it was genuine. I struggle with giving earnest compliments.
He's never said anything nice to me.
Good job, Jacob. Clicking and holding the camera control button will activate the new Visual Intelligence feature, which will let you use a photo to search the web, prompt Siri or ChatGPT, and even add an event from a poster to your calendar. It's like what Google Lens pretends to be and is actually really cool. I'm sorry, I don't know how. So wait, all the iPhone 16s sound pretty similar right now. Why would I pay over $1,000 for the 16 Pro or Pro Max other than to get that exclusive color that seemed like it was poo brown but is actually called Desert Titanium and doesn't actually look like poo, to everyone's surprise? Well, you don't want the regular old 18, you want the A18 Pro. It's got a bunch of upgrades that will let the 16 Pros run Apple Intelligence 15% faster than on the iPhone 15 Pro. Not that we would know at this point, it hasn't come out yet. But the Pros also have larger displays, studio quality mics that enable customized background noise removal for video recording, and upgraded cameras that support recording 4K 120 video. Hey, if it's good enough for the weekend to film a music video with, it's good enough for me. Next up, the new AirPods 4 have an H2 chip and also an upgraded version with ANC and a wireless charging case, while the AirPod Pros have gotten upgraded hearing testing abilities that help them function as clinical grade hearing aids. I don't know, sounds like boomer shit to me. Apple also showed off the new Apple Watch Series 10 with a bigger display and the thinnest design ever. It now can run the Translate app directly on Watch and adds sleep apnea to the list of conditions it can detect, continuing the watch's transformation into basically the tricorder from Star Trek. At their next event in October, Apple will reportedly unveil new iPads and Macs, packed with new buttons that activate features that will definitely become available at some point in the future.
Press them to get an estimate on how long you have to wait.
You press the button, it's like, this feature will be available sometime next year. There's no Tim Cook impression, but that was like almost Craig Federighi. Your friends and family can now message each other.
And occasionally kiss.
I want... Send little kisses over the internet. IFA 2024 kicked off in Berlin last Friday, and some of the tech there really put the funk in Internationale Funkausstellung. That's what IFA stands for, by the way, according to Jacob.
And the world.
Nanoleaf showed off its Sense Plus battery-powered smart switch that it's been working on for 8 years, although that's no guarantee of success, as Concord has shown.
Oof.
The switch uses a proprietary protocol called Lightwave to control all Nanoleaf smart lights in a room, while 2 configurable buttons on the Sense Plus can use Matter to control other devices. Then there's Lenovo's Auto Twist AI PC concept, which has a motorized 360-degree hinge, allowing the display to follow you around, like it's asking for a restraining order. I know you said you're done using me for stuff, but actually I have something to talk to you about. You like close the window and then like walk away and it's like, is that it? More helpfully, the laptop can detect when it's not being used and close itself to prevent any real snoops from gaining access. Oh, interesting. Meanwhile, Acer showed off a gaming laptop concept called Project Dual Play. Its touchpad pops out and flips over into a controller that further separates into two smaller controllers, Nintendo Switch style. Wow, but if you're into gaming products that actually exist, there's the Techno Pocket Go, a handheld PC disguised as a chunky gamepad with AR glasses as a display. It evokes a cyberpunk dystopia where the majority of the population are forced to use the younger sibling controller.
Only the super rich get a normal controller.
If you're more into home gadgets, the Wireless Power Consortium, the minds behind the Qi wireless charging standard, announced the Key standard. You're supposed to say it the way that other people said the other one wrongly. Apparently it's called that because it's for kitchens. Okay. Key transmitters can be baked into countertops, that's a pun, and deliver up to 2200 watts to compatible smart appliances. These appliances will be cordless to make them dishwasher safe and to also render them useless if you ever move. I thought that was a genuine feature.
Welcome to an older, shittier building. We don't have countertops like that.
There is a benefit though, if you like accidentally knock over a blender or something, it'll stop spinning.
Yeah, it'll never spin if you live anywhere
Never spin
else.
again. On the even weirder side, there's the air purifier table from SwitchBot, the only company brave enough to ask the question, what if we just made an air purifier, but then we gave it a little hat? You should be brave enough to ask about our sponsor, Seasonic. Their Prime TX 1000 watt power supply is a great choice if you're building a high performance system. It features an 80+ titanium rating, which means less power gets wasted during power conversion, or in layman's terms, less loose juice. Write that down. The Prime TX 1000 is also fully modular and features both hybrid fan control and fluid dynamic fan bearings to reduce overall fan noise. On top of that, it comes with a 12-year warranty. I mean, come on. Learn more at seasonic.com or through the links below. So, you think you got what it takes to watch the quick bits, do you? Huh. Well, feast your peepers on this. Ha! AMD's Jack Huynh spilled some big beans this week. In a statement at IFA, Huynh said AMD will be integrating their consumer and data center GPU architectures, RDNA and CDNA respectively, into a unified UDNA architecture, making a more accessible platform for developers and hopefully more effectively competing with NVIDIA's CUDA ecosystem. But it seems AMD won't be competing with NVIDIA's flagship gaming GPUs, as Huynh told Tom's Hardware, Team Red is reprioritizing mid-range GPUs, saying, quote, I don't want AMD to be the company that only people who can afford Porsches and Ferraris can buy, and that's why their high-end X870E motherboards reportedly won't cost more than $800. It's a board for the people.
For the people in higher tax brackets.
Meta's rumored budget headset, the Meta Quest 3S, is expected to launch on September 25th at Meta's Connect event. But a render of the headset was recently released online thanks to reliable leaker Meta. The render was originally spotted in the files of the Meta Quest client for Windows and posted to Reddit, and it seems to show a design that combines elements of the Quest 2 and Quest 3. Likewise, third-party accessories for the 3S have already appeared on AliExpress, including apparently real photos of the headset. I don't know though, this could still all be just a prank. What if we're all in the metaverse already? I mean, we just don't. Amazon's Audible has started to invite certain US audiobook narrators to train AIs on their own voices. Narrators who opt in will be compensated for any audiobook that makes use of their AI voice, though likely at a lower rate via a royalty share model. Narrators can still choose which productions get to use their AI voice model and will be able to use built-in tools to edit the AI narration to correct things like pronunciation mistakes and pacing. But I mean, at that point, why not just record the audio yourself? It sounds like you have time.
Hold on, let me just edit this AI version of me to see if it's any better.
Oh, what was this delivery? What is this guy, an idiot? Sonos is still suffering from its software issues. According to a report by Mark Gurman, reporting on something other than Apple?
Right?
What are you doing, Mark?
Stay in your lane.
What are you doing, buddy? The company's app troubles have caused it to delay the launch of 2 products, one of which is a set-top box codenamed Pinewood. Sonos is also scaling back production of its Ace headphones, as they haven't exactly been flying off the shelves. Do you wanna buy headphones that will break in a couple months for no reason? Worth a shot. Oh yeah, by the way, Sonos makes headphones, if you forgot or were never told. Gosh, I wonder why they aren't selling. And researcher, and I guess fashion designer Teresa Barton is recycling old NVIDIA GT730 graphics cards into purses that cost $1,024 exactly, which is one way to make enough money to finally afford an RTX 4080. Barton also offers higher end purses fashioned out of H100 AI chips for over $65,000. These repurposed GPUs aren't functional. According to Barton, they're ethically sourced from data center dumpsters, but the fan still works, which should mean your wallet and keys get excellent airflow.
I could use that better in my pants, really.
And we'd appreciate more airflow this Wednesday when the next episode of TechLink drops. So come on back if you're a fan. I'm sorry, oh God, I'm so sorry, please. I didn't mean to make that joke, that was not, please. Please come back.